I said, if you don't have a reason,
10 times out of 10, you people pleaser.
and that's on who?
Butterflies.
Bye.
Every time you tune on in, we're learning something new. Every voice has value, stories real true, setting each other up to win. I am she is me. Next Gen She.
Hi, Boss Babe family. Welcome to Next Gen She, a safe space for our boss babes and supporters. I am your host, Miss Quay, and I am joined by my co-host, Miss Sade.
Hello.
Miss Sade, what's going on?
Nothing. We're in week 6, though. That's very exciting.
Week 6 of the what?
Summer program, the Metamorphosis Summer Program.
Shout out to the Boss Babes. We are in week 6 of the summer program, and we have a wonderful conversation in store for you all. We are bringing on some of our bossiest boss babes who are going to happily share parts of their leadership, who will show you a lot about what sisterhood means to them, what they have learned from communication. What else, Miss Shark? Because you did your big one this summer.
Oh, the changes that have been made, how different the girls started versus how they're ending, and how they feel about it overall, how they feel about us in this program.
Yeah. Someone I heard is mean. Someone I heard is mild. The others are like therapists.
Yes.
Very cool.
Very nice.
So let's just jump right into explaining what has happened this summer. So, most summer programs, they just, go on field trips. They have a lot of fun. Board games, movies, playing cards, doing jump rope and all of that stuff. Can you talk about what this summer experience has been like for our boss babes from your point of view?
Yes, honestly, it's been very transformative. I mean, seeing yourself in a light that you didn't see yourself in before, not really enjoying certain subjects in school and then finding joy in them here at She Academy, not even believing that you could do so. So easily. And so for the girls, I think for them it's been a more transformative summer, as they've been able to see a version of themselves that they didn't really have a lot of hope and trust in, and now they feel more confident to lead those lessons and to teach those lessons to others.
Nice.
So overall, they've really transformed into these butterflies. I mean,
metamorphosis.
Yeah.
The growth journey. So for those of you who are watching and learning about our summer program for the first time, She Academy's Metamorphosis is a 6-week boot camp where we intensify studies, academics, soft skills, leadership skills for our ladies to, again, like Ms. Sade said, transform. And so what that looks like for us, reading is important. Math is important. Doing your numbers, knowing your formulas, all of this information is important. So our summer program serves girls
6th through 8th grade.
Entering grades 6 through 8, and making sure that they feel comfortable leading into the next grade or academic school year with more responsibilities. So we are coaching the 5th graders who are becoming the 6th graders and helping them understand how to use their calculators. That's a Miss Sade's thing, okay? But helping them understand how to use their calculators, how to exercise their minds, reinforcing critical thinking skills, because boss babes are problem solvers, right? So we don't dwell on too much of anything. We just figure out how to get to the solution. And so our days are structured with, and we're going to make this time to shout out our wonderful boss babe instructors. On Mondays and Wednesdays, we have Miss Rolanda offering group therapy in the morning from Manifestation Wellness. So hi, Miss Rolanda.
Hello.
And in the afternoon, we also have Miss Jazz from MOE Fitness, who will be joining us for after lunch.
Okay, yes.
After lunch. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have Dr. White from Black Fox Designs. Hi, Dr. White, joining us for STEM. On a regular basis, daily basis, our girls get math done twice a day by Miss Sade. They split into their groups for their social emotional learning with myself and Miss Sade. And they also do their reading. They do a lot. So this is not your average fun unrestricted summer program. The girls come in, they have a very tight schedule. Their schedule is taped around the office.
About 5 different places in the office.
And we debrief just about
every morning, yes.
Every morning. And so for us, what would you say are some of the skills that we're teaching the girls, or that we should see them have in their back pocket by the end of the program?
Definitely time management, respect, authority versus aggression, and really just an overall care for sisterhood, even when the sisters are people that you don't know personally. So I think that by the end of the 6 weeks, that transformative piece is broken down into so many different variations of it, to where they'll have so many things in their back pocket. It's too much to carry,
right?
But these are the things that you're going to need throughout high school, middle school, and your adult life. And so the fact that they're getting that now is the most important piece of this summer program.
All right. So let's get into what the summer program has been like for you.
It's been amazing. I love teaching the girls. I know that at times it can be a little stressful because I didn't go into She Academy ever thinking that I would be a teacher. But I do love seeing the girls have those aha moments and really seeing themselves in a place where they can say, I really did this, Miss Sade. Like, I did it by myself. And that makes me happy because I knew that they can do it from the beginning. But that fear and those challenges always make it a little bit difficult for them. So I love the summer program. I love seeing the girls every morning. I love debriefing with them and just spending the days with them and seeing them grow throughout the whole 6 weeks.
So going back to them finally getting it on their own, what was a moment in time that made you say, oh, these girls are really getting it? Like, what was that topic, and can you share an example?
The topic for me was the authority versus aggression lesson. I think that for them, it really broke it down of how I can get my point across without having to be aggressive, without having to be hard in nature. Because as young ladies, a lot of them go home and they are the older sister. They are the only child. And so for them, it's like, I've never experienced having to stand on my own or stand my ground and not come off as rude, not come off as disrespectful to someone, or not hurt someone's feelings. And being in this space, they've had to experience people who are more sensitive, who are less able to express themselves, who don't have the social skills that they may have or they may possess. And so for them, I think that lesson alone, I've watched them throughout the last 3-4 weeks of the summer program really correct each other in how they speak to one another. And it matters to them. It matters on how you say that to her. It matters on how you provide that understanding, because everyone doesn't get that. And so they take that really seriously. And I've seen that multiple times throughout the program.
So to emphasize, for those of you who are watching, the Boss Babes have a way of communicating, not only with each other, but just articulating themselves in general. And so for us, that is speaking with authority and not aggression. And it's a very hard lesson to learn, especially when we come from different backgrounds and we were raised in different environments. Sometimes aggression is the only thing you know. Sometimes we only know how to talk with our hands. Sometimes, rolling my neck is the only way to get my point across. Sometimes blinking my eyes and rolling my eyes uncontrollably, that's the only way I can communicate. And so that's like one of the first things that we have to introduce to our Boss Babes, because so much can get lost in translation. And this is a part of our social emotional learning. And so I would say that's like one of my 5 favorites. Okay. But like, what's your favorite?
Learning aspect.
Sure.
The direct communication.
Oh, baby, talk about it.
The direct communication we have here at She Academy is one that you typically wouldn't get anywhere else. Because for our girls, they realize, like, I'm going to be called out by name for what I do, and it holds them accountable and allows them to hold each other accountable. And so we're very direct here. And anything that we have to say, we don't beat around the bush. It's not someone did this. No, this person did this. And how do we as a unit hold her accountable while still recognizing that is our sister?
You know, that was my second out of my 5. And one of my favorite things about this lesson and the way that we do it, because I think it's important for you guys to know how we do it. It's our job to make our girls comfortable in articulating themselves and being very clear, because with direct communication, you become less passive. You're not easily manipulated. It reinforces clarity. It reinforces awareness. And so it's, hey, Miss Sade, it really hurt my feelings when you overlooked me. I raised my hand like 3 times and you never called out my name.
Right.
And maybe she has the support of her her sisters around her to say, that was okay. I don't think she did it intentionally. That's that's how sisterhood shows up here. But that is an example of direct communication to say to an adult, because if they can say it to us, they can share, their feelings and sentiments at home and, even in the classroom. Mm-hmm. So I'm with you. What would you say is your third? Well, it's our third because you said my second.
My third, I'm not too sure. I mean, those are my top 2.
Yeah, because it makes them who they are.
Yes.
Like, that is the true definition of becoming a boss babe. So improving those social emotional learning skills, emphasis on articulating your emotions, expressing yourself. And that, I would say, is probably one of the biggest changes. Now, for me, I thought they would be intimidated by the math section.
I thought so as well.
I thought the reading was going to be boring.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think it was going to be boring, but I thought they would find it boring.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but baby, when you ask them what you want to look forward to today, math. What's your favorite part about the summer program? Math. That was all Miss Sade. So can you talk to us about some of the behind the scenes actions or efforts behind the math piece that the girls and even our viewers typically would not know?
So Miss Sade comes here on Saturdays. When the office is closed, when everyone else is enjoying their weekend, I am here at She Academy prepping for math for the week for the girls. I really do build upon their struggle areas and where I've seen them struggle for the week. So when we first started, I had a 200-page curriculum already planned out for them. I have not looked at that curriculum once during this summer program because I really had to take where they were, even though I'm dealing with 6th graders through 8th grade. So you have your 8th graders who are a lot more advanced in this subject, or your 6th graders who are a lot more advanced in this subject, and they have to, essentially teach someone else. So how do I, as a teacher, help them to become the teacher or understand this in a way to where they can tell their teachers, when they get to that next grade, I'm aware of how to do this and I can do it as well. And so that background piece was just making sure that I come in and keep giving the time, because if I went day by day, we would get nothing done. Mm-hmm. So you really do have to take that extra time that you have and fit it to the girls' needs. And so that's really helped me throughout this time.
Look at you, the math teacher. So let's talk a little bit about reading and how we break off into our groups. So I had the boss babes who are entering the 6th grade, the babies,
yes.
Plus Miss Aubrey, who's going into the 7th grade, and you had a mixture of 7th and 8th graders.
Yes.
For me, my reading was very fun. I know all of our reading, everything that we do here is filled with intention. And so for my group, I understood that we would read through words, but we wouldn't truly comprehend. Okay. And not only will we not comprehend, sometimes we don't understand these words and context clues. Right. Standardized testing. Right. Hated it. Would not like to go back. But we still had to prepare them for it. Right. And another thing that we introduced in my reading groups was reading with personality. Mm-hmm. Because reading can be fun. Do you like to read?
I do like to read. I actually do.
I like to now because I read out loud in the privacy of my own home. But we read, can't remember the name of the book right now, but we'll add it in there for you guys to see. But this book had quizzes. It had so much concept in there. The purpose of it surrounded the transition of one young lady into the next phase of her life.
Okay.
And so we saw moments where she would lose friendships, or friendships would transition, and a new girl comes in, and now I'm a little bit more insecure because all of my friends have flocked to this one. So we've been able to still hint on those social, emotional, really social cues, but really learning how to coexist amongst other girls and sit still in a new environment. Now, your group, y'all read poems.
We did.
Y'all did real personality.
Yes.
What might have been your favorite piece?
My favorite piece for sure was the For Women piece by Nina Simone. I think that was also the girls' favorite piece, was being able to see the different women, because we first watched the video on the actual play For Women and the musical itself. And then the girls were able to tie that into the reading of the poem. Okay. And so they had to speak with emotion because they seen these women sing with emotion. And it represented the color of their skin, how their hair was, and it tied back to who the girls were for themselves. And it brought them back to that lesson of who I am and how I present myself as well. Do I present myself to be this angry woman or this hurt woman, or things of that nature? And they're just little girls, but they're very aware.
Right.
And so my favorite lesson had to be For Women, because it got them to see, how do I present myself to the rest of the world? Do I carry the things of my past or what I'm feeling behind the scenes? Because even though they are younger girls, they're not oblivious to what's going on in the world or what they're experiencing themselves. And so it did tie in a lot to our SEL lessons by the end of the day.
That's good. I'm kind of ready to hear from the girls.
Oh, me too.
I'm ready to hear from them. So we'll be right back. Now introducing the Boss Babe. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Welcome to Next Gen She. How are you?
Good.
So can you tell us your name and the grade that you're going to?
My name is Madison, and I'm going to the 6th grade.
My name is Aubrey, and I'm going to the 7th grade.
I love you guys so much. How has this summer been for you?
It's been great, and I love coming to Chic.
You do?
It's been great, and it was something for me to do. It also helped me grow.
Okay, so tell me about a lesson, a very valuable lesson that you've learned since being here.
Probably authority versus aggression.
That's my favorite.
Probably time management.
Can you talk to us? Tell the viewers. Share with them, what have you learned about time management, and how have you been able to exercise speaking with authority versus aggression?
Time management is like when you use your time wisely and just doing things with a purpose.
That's deep.
That is deep.
What about you? Speaking with authority over aggression.
When I use authority, instead of just yelling at my brother, I usually just tell him with a straight face to just stop.
Okay, so this is something that you learned here and you took home. Really?
Yeah.
How did he respond to it?
He actually stopped.
Okay, good. Have you ever had to hold anyone accountable?
Yeah. I also hold myself accountable a lot.
Okay, what does that look like?
Probably like when I know I annoyed my brother or did something wrong, I tell him sorry.
Y'all do a lot of retention practice with Miss Sade. So usually by the time parent pickup comes, we're like, okay, so what'd you learn today? It's like, do you feel better now that you're able to say, so today I did this, today I did that, we learned this, I ate that, we did this? Like, does that feel better for you or different? Okay. So in our reading sessions, we talked a lot about feelings. Can you share with the viewers just a recap or a review of what we read about this summer?
What we read about this summer was the author giving young girls advice about how middle schoolers could cope and portray their emotions.
Okay. So we learned a few things about feelings and emotions this summer. What did we learn?
That feelings and emotions are data and information.
Data and information. That's something adults need to understand, right?
Yeah.
Share an example about how you were able to use the information and data from the feelings that you experienced to know what changes you may have wanted to make.
Probably if I was like frustrated with them, then I could be able to talk it out with them and like distance myself away.
Mm-hmm. Describe your summer at She Academy in 3 words.
Nice, respectful, and very helpful.
Okay.
Exciting, fun, and respectful.
Lovely. What was your favorite day of the entire summer program?
Probably Mondays.
Mondays. What happens on Mondays?
Physical fitness and group therapy.
Okay. Cool. What about you?
I like Tuesdays and Thursdays because of STEM.
Okay. Shout out to Dr. White. Shout out to Miss Jazz. Shout out to Miss Orlando. All right, ladies. So we are wrapping things up. So if you could finish this sentence for me. Because of She Academy, I now believe.
Because of She Academy, I now believe that I can be a lot more confident in myself.
Because of She Academy, I now believe that I can be more confident in my choices.
Absolutely. Because we do have options. Feelings and emotions equal.
Data information.
And if it was easy, how many people would be doing it?
Everyone.
Everyone would be doing it. If you don't have a reason.
10 times out of 10, you
If people pleasing.
I said if you don't have a reason.
10 times out of 10, you people pleasing.
And that's on who?
Butterflies.
Hi, Boss Babe family. So I am here with
Maya,
and Maya. What grade are you in?
I'm going into 6th.
Okay, so Maya is going into the 6th grade, and Maya started with us a little bit about 2 weeks ago. So she came in the middle of the program. And so for Maya, what has been your experience here at She Academy?
I think it's been very cool to get to know all the girls and get to make some new relationships.
Okay, great. So how has it been meeting the new girls? Like, what was your experience the first day coming in at She Academy?
They were very welcoming. I think that it was cool that I could make new friends easily.
Very good. Is that something you can easily do at school?
Normally.
Okay, great. I think you have a great personality to make pretty good friends,
Thank
right?
you.
You're welcome. Okay, so Maya, with you being here at such a short time, what are some things that you've been able to take away from the She Academy summer program?
I've definitely been able to take away a lot from group therapy and how self-care and how to cope with things.
Okay. Is that something that we struggled with a little bit of knowing how to cope with things before coming here?
A little bit. I knew what the problems were, but I didn't really know how to handle them.
Okay, great. And Miss Rolanda kind of helped us guide through that, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so what are some things that you can say just in a short amount of time you'll be able to take away or tell someone else about the She Academy summer program?
I think that I can definitely take away it's okay to be yourself, and it's okay to have boundaries for yourself, and it's also good to make sure you have time for yourself too.
Very good. Okay, Maya, so you've learned a lot in these last couple of weeks, huh? Okay, and my last question to you would be more so about the staff. How has the staff been towards you here at She Academy?
They've all been really kind. They help me because I haven't been here a whole time to understand some of the stuff that you guys have already went over, and they've been very welcoming.
Very good. So I'm glad you've had a very welcoming experience here, Maya. I hope that experience continues when you do make it to 8th grade and even next year in the 6th grade. You've been a joy to be around, and so I can't wait to see what more we can do, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, Miss Charday.
It's been a time.
Those
are
are
our
girls.
girls.
Baby, we had a time this summer. Shout out to the boss babes, our new boss moms and boss dads. You know what we forgot to talk about? Spirit Week.
Oh, what a time it was.
We did. We came in here dressed as
some grandmas and the 90s. What else did we have?
What did we do? Pajama day.
Pajama day.
We did pajama day.
Yes.
I think that's when we saw the most personality come out.
Oh, for sure.
The girls gave us a show.
Loved it. Every bit of it.
They had the backside. We had a walker. We had a cane.
Wigs
galore. Sometimes the wigs will fall off and we have to put it back on.
Yes.
Do you know that those girls still stretch like that during fitness?
I heard about the granny workout.
The granny workout because she still gets active.
Very much so.
This has been a summer.
I loved it. Every bit of it.
If you could think of, or if you could issue one piece of advice to our girls as they enter the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, what advice would you offer them?
I would definitely tell them to remember who you are and who you have grown to be throughout these 6 weeks. I think that each one of our girls, I can pinpoint where the growth started and where it's continuing to go. So take those lessons, take those memories, take that direct communication into your next year. Take it home with you. As Aubrey had mentioned, she takes it home with her. Right. Take that with you because you're going to need that. You're going to experience a lot of people who don't have the lessons that you've been able to learn this summer. And so feel that. Yeah. Feel like the boss babe that you are, and also remember to be humble within it as well. And so, yeah, I think they take a lot of lessons into the next year, but I think that the number one is to be yourself.
Absolutely. And most importantly, understand the leadership that's within you and being a leader. And, you know, most of the times we exhibit behaviors that are secondary. Like, it's just normal because it's a learned behavior.
Right.
So I want our boss babes here, you know, that domino effect is very important for us into the community because now you are great stewards of the energy that goes back into the city of Tallahassee and everywhere else. Okay, remember that being a leader is in you. It's in all of us, but it's your responsibility to exercise your leadership, to make sure that you are defending yourself and others, articulating with authority.
I'm sorry.
And not aggression. And, you know, it's easier said than done, but remember, here at She Academy, this is your safe space to fall. We love pointing to you ladies, and we look forward to really supporting the next set of boss babes that we have in the upcoming school year, in the years to come. It has been an immense pleasure of ours to serve these ladies this summer. And so if you aren't already following us on social media, you can do so by searching She Academy INC in the search bar and visiting our website at www.sheacademyinc.com. I've had a wonderful time.
This has been great.
We are entering our season of sabbatical.
Oh,
the summer is coming!
And I can't wait.
So, I've enjoyed my time with y'all. This has been wonderful.
Yes.
Your Boss Babe mentors are signing out.
Bye.
Bye.